So, and then you give each student individual goals based on how they like. Say you can give them a test at the beginning of the year, see how they're performing, and then you can build individual goals off that. So that's a key thing. I did some other research. I read an article by Emily Leibtag, and she calls it building bridges of meaningfulness between home and school. So school should be something that we can build on and take it the rest of our life, not just memorizing facts and hopefully just graduate. That shouldn't be what school is about. Sarah Edwards, she found 8 dispositions that effective culturally relevant teachers use. And here they are. They have culturally responsive educational materials and content. They're knowledgeable about all aspects of multicultural education. They're supportive. They have multiculturally supportive learning environments, culturally responsive assessment, batteries, ongoing family communication, ethically and culturally responsive curriculum, integration of cultural responsiveness throughout all academic areas, and personnel knowledgeable and culturally responsive behavior. So it's very similar to what Gloria Ladson-Billings says. We should get to know them on a personal level. We should have family communication, and really just try to set them up for the best they can be, not just make them memorize facts. How am I going to use this? I'm a PE major, so as a PE teacher, it is important to know every student's strengths and weaknesses. We can highlight their strengths, and we can praise them for those strengths and build them up, and we can try to improve their weaknesses. I can have them fill out a questionnaire, and then we can do to determine what their strengths and weaknesses are, what they think they are, and what their favorite sports or what their favorite activities are to do. Then we can do a conditioning test for each person, and we can figure out individual goals, short-term and long-term, and we can constantly work to improve on that. We can also get a little family history. We can find out their parents' health, their grandparents' health, all family history things, and we can preach to them about the importance of eating right, exercising daily, and relate it to their lives. Learn all cultures in the class and relate to all students. So like I just said, find out what their family history is and go from there. And the main thing that she wants to focus on, and that I really like and would like to use in my classroom, is break the students in groups and make them work well together. This is very important for the rest of your life. I would say that 95% of the kids, if not more, are going to work with people the rest of their lives after they graduate. So it's really important to build up these social skills and being able to become a team and work together. Great. Have somebody be their accountability partner when they're slacking off. Say, hey, pick it up. Or, hey, you're doing this good, but you need to improve on this. That's really important for our students to have somebody like that. And sometimes it doesn't always need to be a teacher. Sometimes they might take criticism from a classmate better, or praise from a classmate better. Here's 2 standards that I thought really fit what she was talking about in this book. Standard 1, learner development. The teacher understands how learners grow and develop, recognizing the patterns of learning and development vary individually within and across the cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and physical areas, and designs and influence. Developmentally appropriate and challenging learning experiences. And then Standard 5, application of content. The teacher understands how to connect concepts and using different perspectives to engage learners in critical thinking, creativity, and collaborative problem solving related to authentic local and global issues. Like I said, it's important for me as a PE teacher to push healthiness, because this leads to a happier, healthier life and improves your chances of living longer. In my experience, group work, to me, I've always loved group work. It helps me work as a team, it's helped me build as a person, and it helps me learn more. That's just me personally, and it just improves teamwork. Also, the goal thing that I was talking about, I know that I don't necessarily have a classroom reflection on this, but I know our coach gave us we had like a little pre-test, but he gave us each individual goals, and he said if you meet those by a certain time, you get rewarded with free or extra gear that the rest of the team doesn't get. And that really pushed a lot of us to, even something as small as a t-shirt, pushed a lot of us to work as hard as we could. The only thing negatively I have to say about this is like she said, we shouldn't just give up on a student, but some students, it doesn't matter what we do, how we do it, they really just don't want to learn. So I kind of disagree with her on that, because I do think that if a student really, really doesn't want to learn, they don't want to learn, but that doesn't mean we should give up on them. We should I do agree with her on that. We should keep trying. We should really just try to get to know them and see if we can reach them. Also, the other thing that I didn't really, or I don't think you can really do now as much as you could when she wrote this book, is I don't know that you can really, or you're really allowed to be a part of the community as much as you were back then. I don't know how good it would look if you were seen eating lunch with one of your students, so that's another issue. But here are my sources.